Hey guys, welcome to today's tutorial. Today we're going to look at how to import custom fonts into your iOS project, whether you want to just spice things up or want to follow some designs that you need to match. All right, let's get into it. So I set up a storyboard with a label that we're going to use to demonstrate our custom fonts. Um, I went ahead and downloaded Ubuntu's font, and we're gonna see how to implement that font. So first thing you want to do is create a font folder. It's always good to separate your resources. After that, I'm gonna go with the regular font. We're gonna go import that. Make sure the target is selected. If not, it would not be able to be used on this app. I'm going to go with the light and then also the italic version. Perfect. Confirm that the targets are selected here, here, and here. Next, we're going to want to confirm that it's also added in the resource bundle. So build phases. Over here, you can see the 3 fonts are included. Next, you need to make sure that the app knows which fonts you just installed. And we do that by adding a property. So you'd click the app button here, go to fonts, fonts provided by application. And then underneath here, you add the file name of the fonts you just imported. In our case, ubuntu-r.tff. ubuntu-l.tff. And then one more. Now our app knows that we installed 3 more new fonts. So if you want to use the fonts in Storyboard, you're basically done. So let's check. You go to type, custom. In this case, the name of font is Ubuntu, shows up right there. And then we have the regular, italic, and light version. Italic, light, all of it right there, as you can see. Unfortunately, a lot of people, and even I would agree, that you probably want to do a lot of your UI programmatically. So let's see how we can add the custom font programmatically. So yes, you can do label.font equals UI font name, and then we can add it with the name of the font, Ubuntu size 36, and that would work. However, what about different sizes and standardization across your app? Now, a lot of people generally have like a struct of constants for their configuration, for example, fonts. So one example would be we basically copy exactly what we have here and boom. And then they would call it by doing fonts.regular. However, if you want to have different sizes, for example, title font, you would need to keep repeating this for different sizes. And obviously, why do that if we can code in a size? Then we can do an extension for UI font. Class function regular of size CG float, and then it returns a UI font. And in this case, we will return UI font with that specific name, Ubuntu, and now we can dynamically use the size. This would mean that instead of doing font.regular font, we would now change it to UI font.regular of size. And now, as you can see, if we have a title or a paragraph and we want to use the same font but a different font size, it's super easy. However, what in the case in that maybe sometimes you need to use the italicized version or the regular version or the bold version of the same font family? This would require you to repeat that for each version of that font family. Let's see if we can come up with a better solution. And we make sure to say that this exists. So I'm going to create another UI font extension. And we set the enum of Ubuntu, which is the family name. It's of type string. And we set cases. In this case, regular. The name of the font is Ubuntu. Case italic. So we do not know the name of the font. It's not called by the font file name. How do we find out the name of the font? So open the file in Finder. Then install each font. I already installed them. Then open up Font Book. And under each specific font, you'll see its PostScript name. This is the name you're going to use to reference the font in Swift. So the light version is Ubuntu-Light, a regular version is just called Ubuntu, and the italic version is Ubuntu-Italic. So for each specific case, I'm going to add the name based on what we looked at. So Ubuntu-Italic, case light equals Ubuntu-Light. And now we're going to create the variable to access the size as well. Function of size CG float, return UI font. Name in this case would be self.raw value, and the size will be the size. There we go. And we have to tell what type we're returning, in this case a CG font. In this case, we have to tell what type we're returning, in this case a UI font. There we go. So now instead of choosing the type of the font family and then also the size and writing all that out explicitly, we can now dynamically set all of that. So instead of UI font.regular of size, we can do UI font.name of family, in this case Ubuntu the regular version, and then of size, in this case 24. So let's see how that comes up. There we go. You can see the regular version. Now I'm going to change it to the light version so we can make sure that they're all working. And you can see the font has changed and it's the light version. So now that you know how to add custom fonts to your iOS projects, you can make your UI look much better. And as always, I've included the final code of the project down below on a GitHub link. So please like and subscribe for new videos every Thursday.